Okay, hello and welcome back. Brett here with clickmill.co. In this video, we are going to start or continue making a topical map, and we're going to do that with SEM Rush. Now, we have already come over to SEM Rush, and we've already been kind of peeking in at keywords and seeing what those search volumes are. This is where I'm going to add these primarily. Now, one thing you can do in here, which is great, and this is a little side topic here, you can add to keyword list. And so you can make a little list in here, and then you can say here, add to list, and you can choose the list you add it to. So at the end of the day, you can just export, an Excel sheet or whatever it is, and you can just copy those over to the sheet you're working on. So that's one thing you can do, and that's relatively quick. But something I want to show you that's different. So we've looked a lot at the keyword magic tool. I want to take you up here to the domain overview. Okay. Now the domain overview is how we can creep, I guess is the best word, on other people's websites and see what keywords are they doing. So, for example, if I wanted to start a Christian philosophy website, I would go over to reasonablefaith.org and I would start seeing what they have. So let's search their domain. And this is their website. So you can see we've got domain authority 34. We've got their ranking organically, meaning they're just showing up on Google for free because they've got great content on 10,800 different search terms, which is incredible. Paid search traffic, not that much, surprisingly. You'll notice down here, this yellow here is paid search traffic. But you'll notice their organic traffic has actually come down very substantially. So looks like January 2022, they're really at some highs, 43,000 hits in a month, and they have come all the way down. My goodness, reasonablefaith.org. Until around, and this is rough estimates, by the way, these are not 100% accurate, but somewhere around 10,000 hits a month, which is actually really surprising. I'm having a really hard time with that. Let me see. Let me see if that's correct. Because I could have this is one of my favorite Christian philosophers, by the way. This is Dr. William Lane Craig, and he is absolutely brilliant. But anyway, okay, so let's make sure we've got that domain right. I guess it could be the case, which is crazy because, okay, we're waiting. All right, you're watching me have a little brain explosion here for a minute. Okay, so, he's getting somewhere around 10,000 hits a month with his ministry. Now, you'll notice here, some interesting things are happening in here. We go from having very little traffic in 2015 to boom, a bunch of keyword rankings here. So you'll notice when they started posting articles and videos, they really started going after it and they started ranking for a lot of keywords really quickly. This is something you can do, especially if you go after a topical map, because Google's going to start saying, well, they answer every question. Let's just send them to them. Okay, so let's continue. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to top organic keywords. This is what we want. Now, you can also filter these keywords by intent. So let's say you're like, well, we're going to do a blog strategy. You can just go into their keywords here, view the details, and just go look at the informational keywords. Now, we're going to go in here and we're going to look at their keywords from the organic side, meaning they rank organically or not paid ads in Google. So we're going to view this. Okay, now, as we come in here, you'll notice they rank here for 14,400 keywords. The traffic from these keywords is apparently around 6,300 a month, which is different than what it said before. Like I said, these are estimates. It's not always accurate. Also, the value of this traffic is about $5,000 per 1 month. Okay, so let's go in here. They rank position 39 for God. Okay, firmament, faith, God of goodness. These are their keywords. Now, let's just go to rank 1. Let's see what they rank 1 for, and let's see if there's anything in here worth us ranking 1 for. Now, you're usually going to see a lot of names and a lot of brand names, but let's see here. Oh, position 100. How about we don't do that? Okay. So coming in here, there we go. Christian versus Muslim debate ranks number 1. How many searches does it have? 90 searches a month. Okay, so we can start going in here and saying, are these Christian philosophy related? And if they are, then we can start pulling these over and start creating content. Now, I'm going to answer a question here. Is this stealing? Well, firstly, no, because keywords aren't owned. You just rank for them, something other people are looking for. And secondly, if I can make content that is better than what other sites can make, and they begin to see their ranking drop, it then encourages them to make even better content than me. And this is a very healthy cycle, because that means that Christianity is being competitive and we're answering the questions of the users looking for answers even better than we were before we started competing. So this is really important. And this is, competition amongst siblings, and we're all trying to reach people for the kingdom. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add all the keywords that I want. I think you can even output the entire, you can just export the whole list, which is crazy because there's 14,000 as a, you're going to sift through those, but hey, okay. And you can check it for Canada and the UK and all this other stuff. So then what we want to do is when we add all of the keywords in here, we also want to categorize them, because we want to know what we're going to be trying to say. So within Christian philosophy, we will have a bunch of categories: philosophy of time, let's say Arminianism, Arminianism, right? Then you've got Calvinism, which is a whole category, Calvinism, Christian philosophy. And then you've got, whatever all of the Christian philosophy categories are. You've probably got historical figures. So you've got, all of that in there as well. So you have all of the categories, and then you want to start arranging the keywords by category. So within Christian philosophy, there are, say, 10 categories. And then within each category, you've got 100 or you've got 200 keywords. And the goal with a topical map from this spreadsheet is to have the most complete and comprehensive knowledge base of this content anywhere. That's pretty much the goal. And so if you can't tell, this is a very advanced strategy. And I'm telling you on the front end because it's way better to know this when you start doing an SEO plan and just say, how big can I make the topic? And you can start with super niche topics and be the best in that topic. You can say, shoes for dogs. And that's probably a really big topic now that I think about it, which is crazy. It's getting late. But, you can find a relatively small niche and go into that and be the only person there. You can do that. Or Christian philosophy is a huge topic. So you say, what are the resources that I have available? How big of this topic can I be? And how niche down do I want to be? And then we want to break that down into subcategories, which we call here are the categories. And then we have keywords for those categories, and we begin to write articles or create content or videos, however you're going to do this. And we begin to do that. And the goal is to have a piece of content to answer every question. And you can have multiple questions if they're very closely related. Like if you had like the super big article on Christian philosophy, it's like, well, what is philosophy? What is Christian philosophy? Why is Christian philosophy different than other philosophy? And then you're answering all the basic questions there. And so an article is just a big combination of these informational searches where we're answering these in a row. So you can't have multiple in one article, but you want to answer all of them. And so really professional firms will just drop in, for example, some of the guys that I learned this from are that they will just drop in to an organization that's trying to take off, and they will just go and just write hundreds of articles in really short order. And they will start taking a website from zero to hero very quickly. And now SEO is generally considered a long-term strategy. If you want to get really fast results, go buy traffic, go do Google ads and run that traffic to a keyword, a landing page, and you're just going to get sales right there. And this is very effective when you need it now. But once you start scaling and you start buying all the searches related to that, it's like, well, we could start ranking on SEO and maybe scale down the ad spend a little bit and even this out a little. And that is the next step. Once you're advertising and you're profitable, then you want to come in and start putting in some longer term strategies. And that's where the topical SEO plan comes in. So again, to wrap this up, the topical SEO plan is, how does Google see the whole topic? You map that topic out, categorize it, and then you start creating content for all of it. And then Google sees you as the topical authority, and it will just send you tons of traffic. Now, I want to show you one more thing. Okay, and this is an example of kind of what you can expect from a topical SEO plan. So my team and I were hired and brought in to work on a website, and we went in, and you can see where we started. This is less than 12 months ago. And you can see where we started. The first article started to rank on May 3rd of last year, and it is now March. So it's been March, April, May. We're about 2 months shy of this. So it's been about 10 months. And so we went in here March 3rd. And you'll notice here, I'll start here we go. We'll just do impressions and clicks. Now, this is Google Search Console. This tracks how many people go into your website just from Google. So there's other sources of traffic as well, Bing and Yahoo and whatever else. But the impression is your listing being seen on Google when someone searches, and the click is when they click on it and come into your website. So you'll notice these go up in correlation. Now, we have here, and we start ranking, and what do we have? We've got 48 impressions and no clicks, no clicks, no clicks, no clicks. A week or two and you get 2 clicks. Now, over about 11 months, we stopped writing articles on this around month 4, and we had put on about 200 articles on our topical map and on a brand new website that had never had anybody there whatsoever. And you'll see here that, we've hit as high as 115 hits a day. And right now it's doing on par. You'll see here on average about 3,000 hits a month. So within 12 months, we went in the first 4 months, we dumped on tons of content, and now we're just updating the site, adding content, revising the content. We have to tweak some things to Google standards, but you can begin creating quite a lot of content within a reasonable time period. Now, this is something that could do very well with more time. And another example of this, and I'll show you here, this is the ClickMill website. And this also, we used the topical approach. Now, I was writing sort of random articles for years, and this is 16. We're going to go backwards just a little bit because you kind of get a little bit more of a full view here, but this is the power of a topical map. So for years, I was just writing articles as I had time, but I was fulfilling all of the services at ClickMill. So until I got a team and we started taking interns and everything else, I just didn't have time to really fill out the strategy. But once I did, we were making about 23 clicks a day, as you can see here. And we started getting interns. I started training them on SEO. And I said, okay, here, I want you to go in, make a full topical map. And I taught them how to do it. So they started building this out for ClickMill. And then we started writing articles. And you'll notice we went to 33, 40, 50, 15. We dropped down a little bit. And then right around the new year, we got this big spike. And within a month, we had 150 hits a day. And we sunk down for a little while, which is normal. We made some changes and broke a couple things, and we figured it out and fixed it. And then we just kind of start a steady climb up. And so within the last 16 months, we went from 23 clicks a day. And as we filled out the topical map, and we've got a number of topics and categories on our site, we have hit as high as 1,600 hits a day, and we're floating, around 1,500 right now. And this comes out to be somewhere around 45,000 hits a month. And this took 16 months. Now, the website is older and it's been active for longer. And so that helps, but you can see the rate of growth here. And so there are a number of strategies you can add to that, but the topical map strategy is very powerful. And it's definitely something that you want to be incorporating if you're going to seriously try to rank on search engines and bring traffic in that way. So this is how to get, what was this video? This is how to use search engine, SEMrush, to create a topical map, and aided with the other tools as well. And we ended the video by showing you how some of these results have worked for the clients we've worked with and our own ministry here at ClickMill. So hopefully this has been helpful, and I'll see you in the very next video. God bless.